So today we're going to do a review activity just because I wanted to do something different. Tomorrow we're going to start gravitation, which is chapter 13, and you need to read 13.1 and 13.2 for tomorrow. We're also going to try to do an activity tomorrow, or at least you're going to plan an activity is the way to look at it. We're going to do one of those where I'm going to give you a lab to figure out how to do, okay? And you can theoretically figure out how to do that in groups. On Friday, we'll do whatever problems we don't do from 13.1 and 13.2, but I didn't want to give you another reading assignment. I know you guys have papers and stuff due on Friday. So we'll do some appropriate AP problems for you to practice. There's a couple that I skipped as we were going through that are good things for you to work through. So we'll work through them together in class, or you'll work on it and then we'll work through the solutions. And then you'll probably have to read 13.3 for Tuesday, but that gives you the whole weekend and a little more time, okay? All right, so I don't know where Lauren is. We will call her absent for now. And if something happens, it happens. Okay, so this is the way the review is going to work. I am going to share my screen. You need to go into the collaboration space, okay? And in the collaboration space is something called February Review. So we did a million years ago, probably back in September or October, we did a roundup activity in AP Calc where everybody had a problem and you solved your problem and then you had to add your numbers together and get my answer. Do you remember that vaguely? It's okay if you don't. But this is the same principle. So if you look over, I hope you can see over to the side, everybody has a page with their name on it, okay? And everybody has 2 questions. So these are Annabelle's. Oh, go away. I have no idea. I guess I do know what that is. Okay. Everybody has 2 questions. You have a multiple choice question and a short answer question. The multiple choice options are numbered. So you're going to read your multiple choice question. You are going to figure out what the answer is. And then everybody's going to add together what the number is for their answer. Okay? And when you add those all up, they should equal 22. Okay? But what you have to remember is that there are only 4 of you here today, and there are 8 people in class. So you're going to have to divvy up the problems for the other people. Okay, and make sure that those questions get answered too. Everybody also has, like I said, a short answer. Okay, you're going to solve that. It has a numerical answer like 7 or 12. Okay, and you're going to solve it. You're going to round everything that you do to the nearest whole number. Okay, so like I said in the instructions, if you have to solve for acceleration in order to solve for time, and time is what you're asked for, then you should use, then you should make the answer for the acceleration rounded to the nearest whole number, and then use that number to calculate time. Okay, you should let G be equal to 10. All right, and then everybody will take their numerical answer and add them up, and you should get 4,844, okay? You might not. We'll see. I have answers so we can check and see what the answers are. If you get within, 5 of that, then perhaps you did the problem in a way I didn't anticipate and rounded somewhere where I would not have rounded, okay? So we'll see how that goes. But you should get something close to that. Again, there are people who are missing, okay? So I expect you to talk to each other okay? Don't sit there with your mics off, all right? Talk, share, figure out who's gonna do what. If your answer doesn't equal my answer, then there's something wrong. Somebody did something wrong, okay? It could be me, but let's assume it's one of you for the starts, okay? And then we can figure out if it's me. So go ahead, work on that. Ask questions. I will be here doing stuff. And we'll see how it goes, okay? And then I don't have anything else planned today. So if this is done before the end of the period and you want to ask homework questions, or you want to work on homework, or you just want to leave, you can just go, okay? It's a tough trimester for everybody. Fiona, are you asking a question?
No.
Okay. Well, your arm was up there and I wasn't sure what was going on. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing. You guys figure things out. I'm gonna mute myself, but I am listening, and we can jump in if you need me to.
Does everyone want to work on their two problems first, and then once we have answers for that, we can kind of divvy up the rest?
Sounds good. Also, I think there's 4 of us, and then there's 8 sets of problems, so we can probably just all do 2 pages.
Perfect.
Hey, Lauren. So what we're doing is we are in the collaboration space of our OneNote notebook under something called February Review. Okay, so there is a page with your name. Okay, and you have two problems to answer, a multiple choice question and a short answer. Okay, and there are instructions that you should read through. But basically, everybody has a multiple choice and a short answer. So you're going to pick the best answer for the multiple choice, and then everybody's going to add their answer together. So if you pick 1 and Fiona picks 4 and Tia picks 2, you're going to add up all those numbers, and they should equal my answer, which is highlighted on the instruction. Okay, instructions. And then you're going to do the same thing for the short answer. You're going to do the calculation. You should let g, the acceleration due to gravity, be 10 meters per second. And you're going to round everything to the nearest whole number. So if you do some intermediate calculation, like you have to calculate the acceleration in order to find the time, make sure that you round that acceleration to the nearest whole number before you use it to find the time. Okay, and then everybody again is going to add up their final answer to each question, and again it should equal my answer.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
and you're all supposed to be talking to each other, and because you have to do it for everybody, and there are 3 of you missing. So.
Okay, thank you. I might cut out because my Zoom has been acting up lately since I think my Wi-Fi is down, so I apologize about that. But I will try and rejoin if that happens.
Okay, no problem. I'm not in Zoom the whole time. I'm like doing other screens, but I'll keep checking in case I need to let you back in. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Dr. Goetz, can I ask you a really quick question on one of the questions?
Of course.
What is a torque wrench and where is the pivot point? I know what it looks like because I looked up an image of it. I just don't know where the pivot point of a torque wrench is.
Oh, it's at one end.
Okay.
And then the force is applied at the other end.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure.
Just over notes, I just finished both my questions. I was just wondering if I should start working on Annabelle's now.
Yeah, me too. I'm working on Goetz one.
Okay.
I'm done as well. I can do Eva.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm done with both, and if anyone needs help, I can go.
Finished my two questions. so I can help out if there are any that need help with.
Same here, but I just looked through everybody's, and it looks like there's work, at least on all the slides. I don't know if anybody's done. I don't want to pressure anybody, but
Do you say all the work is done, Sophie?
I know all of my work is done, and I just looked through all the different like pages in the collaboration space, and there's some work for each. I just don't know if everybody's done.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm still finishing up the short answer one.
Based off all of the answers to the multiple choice questions that I've seen so far, because they all look complete, I added them all up and I got 21, and I think it has to be 22. So that might be something we should look at.
yeah, I checked them. I think Annabelle, Tia, Sophie are fine. And do you want to check like mine and Eva or yes?
Fiona, you just cut out for me. Could you repeat what you just said? Sorry.
Oh, okay. So I am checking yours multiple choice, and I checked for Annabelle, Tia, and Sophie's, and I think they are fine. So did anyone else want to check the rest of them in case?
Yeah, you can check through all of them.
Yeah, we can check over them too, just in case. It might be good to get some different perspectives. So I think that's a good idea.
Okay, sorry, I'm still working on the thing. I can't figure out how to find it without the angle. Like, I'm sure there's a way, but I just have looked through all of my notes and I can't find it.
Are you talking about your free response question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can all take a look and see if there's anything there.
For Eva's multiple choice, I think is 0 meters per second because the mass of ping pong ball is much lesser than the bowling ball, which means after the collision, the final velocity will be 0.
Yep, I was reading that as 2 ping pong balls, or I was thinking if they're of equal mass, they'll transfer all the velocity. But then, so that would then be 1, but then now.
Wouldn't it be 2 though? Because the ping pong ball would just like reflect off of the bowling ball.
Yeah, I think it would be 2 because the bowling ball wouldn't move, so all the speed would be pushing the ping pong ball back in the original direction.
And there's our problem.
So that means if we were at 21 before, we're at 20 now. So there's probably another question, another multiple choice question that maybe is wrong.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm looking at the problem, the free response question now, and I'm trying to do it in terms of energy. So they give you the 300 watts, which you know is power. So I'm trying to use the equation power equals work over time and using the change in energy for the work. I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay, so Guess and Sophie have the wrong multiple choice answers. So why don't y'all work together and see if you can figure out what the right ones are for those two?
Dr. Goetz,
Yes.
for Sophie's multiple choice question, is the resultant vector from a cross product?
Resultant means something very particular.
Is that the sum?
It is the sum.
Okay.
Why couldn't the two vectors be in the same direction then? And then-
Because then I'm going to add them together and I'm going to get a very long number. So if my vectors were 6 in the in positive direction and 4 in the positive direction, I'm going to add them. If they're in the same direction, I add them together and I get 10.
So it is 2 180 degrees, so that they will like kind of cancel each other.
I honestly have absolutely no idea how to like visualize guesses multiple choice question. So if anyone has any tips on that, that would be helpful.
For the direction, I think it will be the away from the shore, because the student is going near the shore, so like the student will push the tank a little back.
Yeah, I agree. I think that since the student weighs a lot more than the piece of wood, when it pushes the piece of wood with every step, it will send the wooden plank in the opposite direction, but with a greater velocity, since would it be the impulse that the person exerts on the force would be large since they have a bigger mass?
Yeah, I agree with you with the like impulse, and we can use the impulse to calculate the velocity, and I think number 4.
Okay,
That makes sense.
I can
talking to
add
me?
them up.
Okay, so this is the end of the period. So it seems like maybe we need to continue working on this tomorrow, so that there's no homework for this. Okay, you do need to read 13.1 and 13.2, which are not that long, but we'll take a couple minutes at the beginning of class tomorrow and y'all can continue working on this, and maybe Eva and Dagny, and actually Guess, everybody should be there. So maybe they can have a little perspective and help you figure things out, okay? All right, so enjoy your afternoon off. I'll be working. But okay, so I'll see you later, guys.
Dr. Goetz?
Yeah.
I just wanted to apologize for being late today. Everything is a little bit crazy, and if I'm being honest, the schedule kind of threw me off. So I apologize for being late, and I really enjoy your classes. So thank you.
But I know, Lauren, I know that if you're not here, that there's a very good reason. So don't worry about it.
Okay. I appreciate that a lot. Have a great day.
You too. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.